We've already had this conversation about men that sometimes I just be sitting across from you and the mood they just change. In that moment they're like, nah, I'm done. Like or nothing happened prior to that, like in terms of like thinking. It's just that in this very moment, I'm done. And he told her right there and then. I think that's better than the whole spectacle of going to the altar and then we're doing this whole no Timmy. Yeah,
Oh
because that's
God.
my voice.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Dety.
Hey, this is Mimi. Welcome to today we're reviewing Love is Blind season 6, the finale.
Yes.
Even if you have not watched it, I'm sure that by now spoilers Oppo because I don't understand what they're doing. It started from Brett and Tiffany's season that they started allowing spoilers because everybody knew that or suspected greatly that Zach and Bliss were still together because Zach
Mhm.
could not keep his things to himself.
No, but actually, a lot of people were actually saying they were not together, that he looks homeless, he looks this, he looks that. Not
They
homeless, like
did
he looks
not,
like he's sad
yeah,
because of beard. And I'm
yeah,
like,
because it grew up bit. They
I
didn't get
don't
it.
think you understand
Yeah,
how when you have a woman in your life, how that changes a person.
yeah, they didn't get it, and
They
that's
didn't
because
get it.
Bliss is she's a mixed babe now, so she's like she do be liking hair, so
Hmm.
give her some hair, until today, he still has the hairs.
Yeah, and the dad bod because he's
Now he
comfortable
has
now.
it,
Like
yeah.
he doesn't care. Doesn't need that six pack.
Yeah. So, anyways, that being said, we're gonna talk through it. A lot happened once again. So, but then this is what I don't like. They started with 6 episodes. They ended with one. So I was like, so
It
what
was
was
it
the
was
point
okay. What do
of
you want to have more than one for?
what was the point of
For
starting with six? Then it started with 3 or 4 or something. Why did it start with six? They started to say that they were supposed to
I
be giving
I
you.
like the way it started.
I'm
I
like,
like the
you give us
consistency.
no. I think it was too much.
No, it was
The six
perfect.
episodes. No, it was too much. Even if you want to talk about just those 6 episodes, it will still be a whole lot. Like those 6 episodes was a whole lot. Like a lot happened to the point that at the end, and it's not even only me that said it. A lot of people have said that by the time it goes to the end of the 6 episodes, when they're showing some couples, they're like, "Who is this?" You can't even remember because 6 episodes, and each episode is like almost an hour long. Like, yeah, just it's a lot. So, but anyways, that being said, well, at the end, Sha. So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
We were left at the cliffhanger. Jimmy said, anyways, don't let me start by cussing him, but he said that he knows he has the answer, that he's going, he pretty much said he's going to say yes, that he has not heard from Chelsea what Chelsea will say.
Hmm.
Then Chelsea, that's where we left off. That it was a cliffhanger. Chelsea was like, hmm, hmm, hmm. What am I going to say? Only for this episode to start, and then she's telling us the story of their love. And then she ended up saying she'll say yes. Then Jimmy now comes and says he's not going to the altar. I was like,
As
from where
as it
to where?
shouldn't. I stand with Jimmy on that.
I stand with Jimmy, but why didn't he say this earlier? Because he said that it was because of that fight. So that's my issue with Jimmy.
To be perfectly honest, I feel like everybody needs to first of all chill. The time in which he said it, I think it's fine. After upon reflection, sometimes you actually really do think things through a couple of times. If you give someone the first time and you're like, okay, fine, might have genuinely actually forgiven after that moment, and then he took the time to think about it. It's like I don't think so. And then we've already had this conversation about men that sometimes I just be sitting across from you and the mood they just change. In that moment, they're like, nah, I'm done. Like, or nothing happened prior to that, like in terms of like thinking. It's just that in this very moment, I'm done. And he told her right there and then. I think that's better than the whole spectacle of going to the altar and then we're doing this whole, no, Timmy. Yeah, because
Oh
that's
God,
my voice.
yeah. For sure, like I respected in this moment. I was like,
Hmm.
finally, Jimmy, a Jimmy I can get behind. Like I respect this Jimmy because we finally see him putting his foot down. But once again, it's the same thing that he has been doing since. Something that I think he needs to work on. Obviously, better now than at the altar, but I think he needs to work on. I know that it's not easy, but just being able to kind of process things, process his feelings a little bit and his thoughts a little bit quicker. Not like,
Hmm.
oh, in the moment, maybe like the next day or something. Just kind of like, oh, because they had the argument and then she slept elsewhere and then she came back And then she was talking all these things, and you were sitting down there because he had already said before that I don't want to be married. Like I don't want to do this with someone that doesn't believe I love them. And that was his, because I was like, to me there were two violations. One of them was bringing up something that he told you in confidence that you should not bring on camera, and the second thing was
Exactly.
you saying that he doesn't love you. That those two
Hmm.
things to me, I was like, those are, say we forgive, but they are like things, they are deal breakers. So I felt like he could have just leaned into it in that moment, because I was predicting that he would say no, but at the altar. So I was like, oh,
Yeah, we were hoping that he would say no, because nah, man.
I'm
This
happy
is a
for him.
repeat of what's that guy's name again? I'm so sorry. I can never put that guy's name in my head. That's
This,
a Nick and that guy. So yes, we're
but this
grateful.
one was Pro Max, man. This was Pro
No,
Max.
this one was more interesting actually. Not promo. It was more
Well, no, this was
interesting.
Pro Max. Daniel had
Yeah.
one blowout. Chelsea, and then what I didn't like Chelsea kept on saying was like, over one fight, oh, over just one fight, over one
Nah,
fight, that's
man.
marriage. I'm like, what? That's first of
Mm-mm.
all, you guys had three fights that we saw. It's not
Mm-hmm.
one. Secondly, all the fighting was boiling down to nothing. There was nothing there was nothing. The first one I can say, okay, maybe you felt a little bit insecure, whatever, whatever, but it didn't have to get to the point it got to. You could have just put him aside and be like, oh. Also, she cussed him because why did she go and call Eddie's attention to the fact that this person was looking at Ash? You could have just let it go. Like, I was just like, all the fighting was kind of unnecessary. She took it to the max. She hung everything on him, and Jimmy was just taking and taking and taking. I know the thing that he used to do where in front of people, he's always making it sound like their relationship is perfect, it's solid, everything is good and everything. When he told Jessica the truth, I was like, hmm. He told Jessica that they've been having some fights, and
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
found that interesting because I'm like,
Yeah, because
oh,
he was having a vulnerable moment with Jessica in that
vulnerable with
moment. It
Jessica,
was yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, because, and anyways, we already established that they both said that they were each other's number ones. As in Chelsea said Trevor was our number one, and Jimmy said Jessica was number one. So me, I've already said that he was going to choose Jessica, but the child of it all and just the amount of the challenge, the way she would challenge him, he just didn't want to go through it, and see where we ended up, which I'm fine with, because once again, having a child, I don't think that is the best place for you that has a child to be at.
Yeah,
So you know. But my own thing was that Chelsea's refusal to take accountability, that was kind of annoying for me.
yeah, I definitely agree. Even the way the last fight panned out, it's like I'm not getting my way. Oh, I'm like, are you for real? You really want to marry this person? Like
Yes, of
seriously,
course she
with
wants
all
to.
the things that are going on, you
All was
cannot.
things. She knows
I
she's the
would
problem now.
I would think that if you were married once before, you would take marriage more seriously going into it the second time around. Like, be more serious, And the fact that it seems like she's trying to twist his
Yes,
hand
it's
to
chance.
get to
Yes,
the altar and like, let's get married, let's get married. I'm like,
yes. Oh, I
nah,
promise
man.
you, if they got married, if he wanted to divorce her, they'll probably have to involve law enforcement because she would not agree.
Yeah, no, this was the best decision. Don't go down the altar.
Yeah, say
Was
Jimmy, I can get behind. Yeah.
because you know how AD handled it with class and grace and walked off. Chelsea
Chelsea
was
would
not gonna
not
do
have done
that.
that. Eh?
And I love who said that they wish they did this at the altar because they were looking forward to that
I
drama.
kind of, yeah, I was looking forward to
No,
like Chelsea's
uh-uh,
reaction.
uh-uh, uh-uh.
Because do you know why? Like Jimmy's family was all like loving Chelsea because of the way Jimmy painted
They'll
her
see the
to
real
be saint.
Chelsea.
They will see and they'll be like, "Oh, my son dodged the bullet," and they'll just
Yeah,
be
it's
like,
for the best. It's for the
"Keep
best.
it moving."
Honestly,
Yeah,
it's for it's for the,
That's-
like the violation of trust. Like
yeah,
what
that
she did.
was,
You can't come back from that. Really,
you
what's the
can't,
point? And it was highly
because she does.
unnecessary.
Yes, and because she's not
And
even
the fact,
remorseful.
yeah, exactly. She doesn't see anything wrong in
Yeah,
what she did. So like, what's the point?
because
There's
she
no
still brought
coming
up
back.
again. She said, "Oh, but you fucked up." I'm like, this is literally what you saying. You are saying it again,
Yeah,
girl.
yeah. And he said that to you. You're
Yeah,
making my point
yeah,
point.
yes,
So
as she
yeah.
was. Yeah, so I hope that it's true that she's in therapy now, and I hope, because she said that she went to study therapy after the show. I hope
Hmm.
that it's true, and I hope that she's with a real therapist and she's not deceiving the therapist, because you know that you can deceive a therapist now. You can act it's okay because it's like the pods. You are just telling therapist whatever a therapist wants to hear. Therapist does not follow you in real life. Therapist doesn't know.
Yeah,
So I hope that she's telling the truth,
yeah.
because
Well. Just glad
Jesus.
that was over.
I was so glad. I was like
We're glad. Like good,
proud
good.
of Jimmy. Jimmy, my
Yeah.
boy. Now I can like
Yeah.
Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, I can get behind.
Give me a sec
Yeah,
free. Let's just talk about the
the bachelorette
bachelor
party.
party. Yeah.
Normal, normal now. So I've noticed this thing. I think they started doing this for they're trying to upset the whole normalcy of like the guys going to be having the more interesting bachelor party. So now they make the guys do something, and they've done it for a couple of seasons where the guys do something very mundane, and then the girls are the ones that are seem to be having like the good time. So I don't know why they do that, but whatever. Obviously,
I
AD
think it's
showed up
good
at
actually,
dancing stuff.
because
I was like, whatever.
honestly,
Mm.
I never really liked all the raunchy bachelor party scenes. So it's
Yeah, but I
okay.
mean,
Yeah.
okay, so but like you know how the girls were just dancing with each other.
Yeah,
Why can't
exactly.
the
And they were
guys?
having
Why
fun
can't
too.
the
Were
so
no
yeah?
there were no
There were
strippers
no
involved.
strippers
Oh,
or
you want
anything.
the guys to be dancing with each
Yeah,
other?
yeah. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right.
well, I think what's even better if they had like a joint, but I guess they're trying to give them some time to kind of think, so that's why they kind of separate it. Because it'd be nice to have like a joint final hurrah party, just everybody coming together having fun, and it's room for more drama because they can invite pod people once again, stir the pot some more. The final staring of the person before you go down the aisle.
Mm-mm.
But anyways, so
Yeah.
obviously AD
I
and
liked it. It was
yeah, it was
nice. Yeah, I
cute.
liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AD and Amy were talking about sex and AD does not believe that Amy and Johnny haven't had sex. I don't know why that's such a huge thing to but what I don't know.
Hey, everybody always thinks that you're doing it just like them, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And then Clay once again. Clay, I was calling Pastor Clay, and not because I think pastors are whatever. It's Pastor Clay as per God is good, everything is good. I'm blessed and highly favored. There's no
You see where
other.
he gets it from.
Oh, yes, we're going to see that. There is not one shadow of a doubt. Everything is good. Everything is fine. Oh my God, sunshine and rainbows. When I look at, oh, this is my person, my best friend. Oh my, this. Oh. Everything. What I noticed, there's a way he looked hesitant. As he was saying all the nice things, he had this look of like almost panic, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I was like, Clay, breathe. Like, you don't have to do this. I was like, Phew, calm down. Anyways, okay, so that's really all I had to say about the bachelor party. I don't know, did you have
Yeah.
anything else to
No,
add?
I don't know. It was good. Simple,
No,
nice,
chill.
cute dresses.
Yeah.
Um, quiet fun, nothing crazy. Yeah.
What's that game that the guys played? It's such an Oibo game. It,
Yeah, I don't know what it's
is it
called.
cornhole or something? I was like, what
Maybe,
the?
I think maybe something along those lines.
It's just like, oh God.
Simple. Yeah.
Anyways,
Papa, it's not
sorry,
your
I'm just,
birthday. He's so
it
heavy
cannot be
on
my.
your feelings. It's not your party, baby girl.
Oh no, it cannot be my. It cannot be my own. At least the girls one they had fun. Like the guys one was so chilled, and because they're just two, and I don't know, I don't know. Oh, whatever. Moving on, Sha. Moving on.
Yes,
Amy and
moving on
Johnny.
to
Amy
Amy
and
and
Johnny.
Johnny. One
I
thing
don't.
that I noted from their wedding was that it felt like a planned wedding. Like of all the weddings that I have ever seen on Love is Blind, it actually felt like, like from our culture, like families
Mhm.
meet together and plan a wedding. They have
Yeah,
the introduction, they have this wedding was given that it was given the family sat down and said, this is what
together.
we're
Yeah,
gonna do. Or in fact, I feel like they probably even met each other and like had they probably didn't show us and it probably wasn't recorded. Like maybe like what they call those things, like a dinner party ahead of the wedding.
rehearsal
They
dinner.
were, yeah, the wedding, the rehearsal dinner and everything. I feel like they had that. They chilled. They had a lovely conversation. Everybody got to know everyone because it just felt right. Like Johnny's sister was Amy's made up, but that
Yeah,
was just so
yeah.
sweet. Like
And have
you could just tell. I didn't even see her
yeah.
go check on her brother once.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, let me go see what Johnny looks like today. No.
No. And then who was the officiant was her husband, will be boyfriend, will be whatever.
Well, yeah, or one of their family friends or something like. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was sweet. Seeing the
It was very.
grandparents' pictures in
That was
front.
sweet.
I'm like, no, this was just a cohesive wedding. You could tell from the beginning that they were going to say yes. You could tell that this was a
Yeah.
joint effort, and I think no wedding thus far had captured families joining together. It's always been the couple. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have to go back and look. But this wedding actually felt like the way it should feel like in a traditional wedding. You're actually joining families. It was really
Yes,
sweet. Very sweet wedding.
yes, it was very
Loved the
sweet.
decor. Oh my goodness, they did a great job with that.
No, the whoever
Very
like
sweet.
they stepped up. Whoever the decorator was for this season was actually very good. Like I love the gate
Mm,
thing. It was
so nice, so
loved it,
nice. Like it was
loved it.
perfect. It
Yes,
was
but
perfect.
once again, I don't like Amy's dress.
Oh yeah, well, a lot
I'm
of people
not a
said they did
fan.
not like her
I do
dress,
not
but
like her
hey, once
dress.
again, not your
It
wedding.
wasn't giving princess. No, of course not my wedding. It wasn't giving princess. It
Yeah,
wasn't giving. Nah.
Cinderella. She was like
It was just
had
like
like a
maybe
bodice, like a corset bodice with like
yeah, like yeah, a small
a
girl. Like
full princess.
come on,
Yeah.
yeah, like put a little sweetheart, sleeveless, then ball
Hmm.
gown. Oh no. Anyways, she likes it.
She
Johnny,
liked her
Johnny
dress.
loves it. Johnny loves it. She likes it. Very cute
Yes,
movie. I mean, she
it was
loves it.
sweet.
Johnny likes it.
I
Yeah,
don't
they're
know
cute.
what else you want to add to that.
Happy married life, guys. I pray that
Yes,
till the wheels fall off.
and be careful those oops babies.
Pregnancy is knocking at
Mm.
your door.
Be careful, guys. That's
At
all we
least,
have to
at,
say.
at least they're not pregnant by the reunion, but maybe
Mm.
by after the altar. That's Johnny's worst nightmare.
No, but isn't after the altar shot before the
A
reunion?
year later,
In previous
in
seasons,
prior seasons, yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah,
should. That's true. That's true. Which didn't make sense.
yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So they've already probably already shot it before.
As if I mean, this they should show this because there are at least two couples, and there are a lot of interesting people that we want to
No,
know
yes, we want to
what's
know
up.
about everyone.
Yeah, so obviously we know why they didn't do last season because it was just Lydia and Milton. That season was a poo poo. That was a poo poo season. Like,
They better do it this season. Like I
yeah,
know
they should
that
do.
a lot of people are saying Shani and Amy and I are interested, but it's okay. Just show us everybody, what
That's
everybody's
true.
up. Yeah, there's only one couple, but there's a lot of interest in you. Last season, you didn't know, we didn't care to know what the other people were up to. Let's just
Yes,
be real.
I didn't get to be hearing Aliyah crying more about how her experience
Mm,
was
yeah,
ruined.
please.
And who else was there? Who else was, I don't even remember them
Yeah,
because
nobody cares.
no offense to them. People
No,
care. You're
yeah,
loved.
no
You're loved.
offense. Yeah.
You're loved. I say
As
that
in,
nobody cares.
I'm sure they have people that love them. Obviously, I don't mean like no one. Like
Yeah,
I
of
just
course I
mean
know.
it's not
Well,
something
no,
we're
no,
looking
no.
to watch.
No, no,
Yes.
no, why not? One not
Yeah.
interested, and so God bless them for knowing that. For at least once, for like, okay, nobody's gonna watch this. Let's not bother. I mean, we would have watched it, but it would have just been like a blip. It wouldn't have been like, oh my god, the way like this season. Hey,
Good. It
if
was a
they
good season.
decided to start that live reunion this season, the internet will never not break. That is
Mm,
it will keep on
yeah.
breaking. It will keep breaking.
They broke all kinds of records this season. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, to the internet, they will not be able to do that. They will just say sorry. We're just going to record it and post it. They will not be able to. But I like that in the reunion trailer. I saw older couples, which I liked.
Yeah, I
Previous
see,
couple from
which is what
previous.
we were talking about, that they need to make use of their arsenal. I think that's what it's saying.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
at this point it's kind of too late to get their 2 cents because
But
they've
it's
already
okay,
made
you
a
make use of them,
decision.
make use of them.
Yeah, make use of them. Yeah, you have a little universe kind of going on
Yeah,
now. So,
you need to do
and
something with
Netflix
them.
has a mini universe. That's right. They have that perfect match show. I still don't
Hmm.
understand why they keep on showing us Barista and what's her name?
Nobody like stop trying to make fetch happen. Jesus, nobody wants like what did we do to Netflix? I feel like we offended them. Didn't we pay our bills? Like
We pay our
please
bills. Netflix has even said you are not allowed
stop,
to share if you are in different households. We said okay.
stop.
So what else do you want from us, Netflix?
Don't
What
push
else do you
Barstool on
want?
us, please.
Please don't.
Please. We don't deserve
Please.
that. No, we
We
don't. We
do not
absolutely do not.
deserve it. Can you
Like
see
there,
how
I
we
don't think there's anyone Barstool, Shake, who else would I be like, I don't want to see?
those are the only people that I really don't want to see.
Yeah,
And
I think
they
those
did
are
a good
the
job of keeping Shaky away from us. Because
I
even
think
though Shake
Shake has more like no offense to Bast. I think Shake has more awareness to know than that.
does he? No, but I
Yeah,
know that
but
Shake was on Traders
yeah,
season
but it's
one.
not Disney. Is that it's straight as
It's not
Disney?
Netflix.
Said,
Yeah. Traders not Disney.
oh my
What?
God.
It's not Netflix.
I'm mixing my I'm
Yeah.
because
See your
there's so much
streaming
stuff. Oh
platforms.
my goodness. My
See
goodness,
your
yeah.
streaming platforms. But yeah, so I don't even know what network Traders is on, but yeah, he was on the first season. Or the second season has City, by the way, and you know that City can be very shady. So apparently, I've been saying things that was
Hmm.
City being
Okay.
City, which I'm like
Alright.
City. I'm kind of disappointed. It's called the Traders, I know, but Bananas did not do this. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Well,
called Traders. So all right,
shall
now
we
let's
go
get
to the
into
meat?
the meat, the
The
juicy, the
mm,
burger, the burger.
yes. Let's do this.
AD and Clay.
All
Let's
right.
start light. Let's start light.
I was
Fun
gonna say let's
facts.
start with your thoughts before we got into the wedding.
Okay. So like from the last episode, you know me, I've already been saying since like it's not like I don't like them, but I just from the pause I was already kind of like, nah, this is just it's not right. Like it's just not right. Like I know that he wants to just make it through and do things and whatever. I don't mean it's entertaining to us, but like at the expense of your her mental health definitely was he went through things in this season. So at the expense of that, I would rather not have even seen you. I would rather complain that once again because Netflix now is one I said that every day you people are complaining about black, you see black people. I'm like, no, these are not black people we want. First, moving on next. It was interesting to. I mean, I like seeing like it's just normal, and I'm not bashing her from a black person point of view. Is regular white people have done this too, where they see red flags and they just go charging, directly at it and everything. So I didn't want them to get married, obviously because everything that Claire has been saying to me has been like red flags and has been like run away, but she does not seem to get it. Or she did her in the past, she didn't seem to get it, and she was still. Even her mother said that. Oh, she said she would trust that man, she will follow that man. I said, follow the man where is the man that you go to follow? The man is not home. So what do you mean by follow? Follow him where? Where are you gonna find him to follow him, sis? And I was kind of was like, And the way her mom, even his mom, I feel like his mom was either not aware,
I
was not
think
aware.
his mom is hopeful. Like it's not about her not being aware. I think she's very hopeful. Like you can tell from like the conversation that she had with her husband. She wants better for Clay, and I feel like she sunk it into his head that you're not your father. But one parent cannot do that alone on their
No,
own.
but she didn't know about the infidelity trips until now.
She
So she
knew about the
didn't know.
cheating, but she didn't know
Yeah,
that
but she
she
didn't know that
took
Clay was
Clay.
following. Yeah,
The
she didn't know
extent of
the
it was
extent.
that her
Yeah.
sons, and she has three sons, her sons have witnessed their dad doing her dirty. That's enough to make someone not even be ready for marriage. But she didn't know the
Yes.
extent to
She didn't
which,
know the extent. No, she didn't know the
yeah,
extent.
that's true. But she was very hopeful for her child. Like, I
Yeah,
think
but
she
I
was
don't
like,
I don't think that so that's the thing. I feel like her first thing should have been like you need therapy because that's
again,
what
you didn't
Clay
know. She didn't know how deep it was. She probably
yeah,
thought
but
that
she
he
she,
was
she
doing.
saw
We don't know.
enough.
Clay talks a lot. Don't know what he
He
was
do
telling
be
his
talking.
mom.
He do be
When his
talking.
mom brought up this idea to him, we don't know how he been talking to his mom and be telling him this and that and that and the third. And she's like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, he's ready. And then I think many things that they don't show us on Netflix, like so many interactions that he's having with people. Like again, Clay wasn't around for enough conversations and recordings, so probably things were not working on the timing. But I have a feeling that those the families were like meeting, like maybe his mom and AD, and hearing AD talk about Clay, and she's like, okay, this is very hopeful, right? Not knowing that actually that is not the case,
Yeah.
you
It's
know.
deeper,
Yeah,
deep
and I
problems.
have something to say about Clay, which it's about the cheating thing. Clay keeps on bringing the up fact that his dad was this, his dad was that, he's his dad's son, and all that stuff. Now here's the thing: two things about that. Firstly, you come on a show where you get to date so many people. I didn't one time see you in a love triangle. I didn't one time see you because if you really the thing is that he thinks if you dip it and actually divide the show to the smallest denominator, he didn't pull a Jeremy, he didn't pull a Johnny, he didn't pull a
Matthew.
Trevor where he had someone outside.
I
You
didn't pull
keep
a
saying that
Matthew.
you're these things, but your actions when it comes down to it don't align to what you think is happening in your head. And I need him to stop and look. Because if he was really a player or a cheater, like we would have had him like liking all the girls, we would have had him talking to like five girls and not being able to narrow it down. He wouldn't have made it to the point where he got deep with one person. And that's what
Yep.
me I want to talk about, because I'm like, dude, you're saying one thing, but your actions are saying something else, right? Your
Hmm.
actions are saying, actually, I'm not a cheat.
I'm
Because he needs
loyal.
to understand it's not genetics. I'm not a cheat. Because this was a perfect opportunity to be that guy that he was claiming he was, a suave guy. There are many other black girls there that he, even none, even the ones that were not black,
That
that
they
he could have been like
handle.
charming and trying to talk to, and then tell, he would have been the one that was telling AD that he has like to decide between three girls, like this guy from yesterday that had three babes to decide between. He would have been that guy, but he wasn't. I mean, come on. Even if that, okay, they didn't show us all the conversation, but nothing got so deep that he had to make a decision. Nothing. So I don't see where he's getting this idea. Like, aside from obviously his dad, but he needs to look at actually like how his life is panning out thus far on the show. Like, would you have said that him and what's his name, Johnny? Sorry, him and Johnny. I said Johnny earlier. I meant Jimmy, but him and Johnny were the only guys that came on this show. Okay, sorry, and Jimmy, that didn't have a girlfriend outside. That didn't just end the relationship outside. You know, no one. Also, he, like, in terms of Johnny keeping a friend that he slept with around in his circle. We didn't hear that story about you, Clay. So now nobody has said that about you. So, like, what, make it make sense to yourself, like the things that you're saying, you're just afraid in your head. That's why we all agree
Yeah,
that he needs to have therapy, because he hasn't
it's in his
actually
head.
done
He
anything
hasn't done
yet.
anything, yeah.
You
And
know,
he keeps on acting like cheating is something that will happen to him, that is lurking
it's
in one
not
corner.
happening.
You just walk like this, cheating will just pounce on him. It's like,
Yeah, I
that's
think
not
that's
how
what he
cheating
thinks.
works.
He thinks that it's not him that is going to look
Yeah, he
for it,
thinks
but he
cheating will
thinks
find
that
him.
cheating will find him and be on him. And I think that's because we were like, oh, why is AD so in love? Why did AD think that? I think that's why, because she never saw those traits, like in the pods. He was just her outside of the pods. It wasn't like, oh, when we go to barbecue that Clay was like talking to, oh yeah, that's the other babe that Clay was. That didn't happen. So she was rest assured that she was the only one, and whatever issues that they were dealing with was just inside Clay's head, which is kind of sad.
Well, to hear him say it, it wasn't just in his head. So let's
Yeah,
kind
like
of just
it's
run
it's it's
through.
a it's an it's
No,
a
no, no,
scenario that he's
because he didn't
playing.
just say what Clay said why he didn't say yes. He said it. So
Oh no, I'm not talking about that.
not
We've
the
not got cut. We've
infidelity.
not come
Okay,
to that yet.
okay,
We're coming
okay.
to the cheating thing. That's what I'm focusing on right
Oh
now.
no,
No,
obviously
no,
the
that,
cheating thing is in
like,
his head. That one is in his head.
yeah,
That
that
one
what
is in his head.
we're coming to the, yeah, we'll get to that aspect. Do I think that he
Okay.
should have said yes? No.
Hells
But
to the
yes
no.
and no, actually.
Hell,
Yes and no.
I
I
don't
say
think he
yes
should have
and
said
no.
no.
Yes, in the sense that you're not going to be able to afford this kind of free wedding again. Let me
Ah,
just
he's a
say,
hustler
let me
now.
be
He's
a
a
cynic.
hustler. He's a hustler,
Let
and
me
he
be a
has
cynic. This wedding was free. So you could have just
free
said yes, I'm
99.
going to therapy. That is just on their side. That's their side. It's a joke. No, nobody should come for me.
I see, I know they
Don't
laugh.
come
I
for
was
me.
like, I'm like,
That's their
what?
side, yeah.
Saying
Hmm.
no was the best thing that ever happened to AD, even if she doesn't know it. Because yes, when she said that it's yes or no, but that's it,
Yeah,
And I was
but
like,
yeah, and that was
cool,
just an aside. That's also from the point of
yeah,
money. Like, oh,
yeah,
free
obviously,
wedding, free
nice
everything. Oh,
wedding,
but
yeah.
yeah, very nice wedding. Everything set up on point. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was just an aside. But yeah, that was my own take from this. Like, I never noticed him being in
No,
any of
he
these
didn't do it. He
triangles.
didn't. He wasn't
So
trifling in
that
any
cheating thing
way.
is sad. Like,
No, his
sad.
dad did him dirty. His dad did
Hmm.
him dirty. So and then obviously we get to that. But like, so I find it interesting that it says she's the first of seven children.
Mm.
I said to have a wedding day because I said we're getting married. I'm like, girl, you ain't getting married. So I had to have a wedding day because I get married. Man.
She did revisionist history. The poor
I
girl.
was like, to have a wedding day. And when I saw her mom, I was like, hope this not. I was like, this cannot be what mother is wearing because I was like,
Of
eh.
course not now. When you
Then she
texted me that, I'm
changed. I
like,
said,
Mabel, come on.
because you know, they showed this in the previews. I was like, why is mommy AD wearing looking like she's going to church? What's going on? And not Sunday church, like Wednesday evening church. Like, what's going on, ma?
Not Sunday too.
Not Sunday because no Sunday, I mean Sunday, man.
Mm-hmm.
Black we dress, we be dressed. So I was like, what's
Mm-hmm.
going on? You know. Um and then AD's mom gave her something from her grandma. That was
Very
sweet.
sweet. Mm,
And then we finally miss the man of the hour, the man of
mm,
the moment,
mm,
Daddy Clay.
mm, mm, mm.
What were your thoughts on Daddy Clay?
Boy, Daddy Clay is he? Jesus. Okay, it's like where do I? What do I even say? Like it's your son's wedding day, and he came in and just flustered that boy, like just scrambled his head.
Yes, yes, I
Like
agree. I
he's talking
agree.
about wedding, talking about Ulster. I get what he was trying to get to.
I
I'm
think I
like,
was trying to
dude,
get to.
like
What was trying to get
okay,
to?
he was trying to do the whole. I remember when you were a child, but the thing, and now you're a grown man. But he centered it around himself, and I'm like, dude, it's not about you right now.
No,
Like I remember
he's
when I was
you know
all
he's about him.
state, and I didn't this and I didn't that, but you
He's
did,
selfish.
and I'm like,
He's
you
selfish.
know what? I'll say one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Clay's dad showing up is actually a good sign because there are many trifling a dad. I put the word a dad, trifling a dad.
Yeah,
That they
that
will
won't show.
fuck you over and not come to your wedding.
But you know that I feel like if Daddy didn't come, Clay may have said yes. I feel
Yes,
like
yes, yes.
Daddy coming just kind of
Yeah,
sealed
made
that
him say
face
yes.
that it ain't
Yeah.
happening. That he was gonna say
Hmm.
because he just this is the epitome of everything that you don't want to be, and it's at your wedding. Why would you
Yeah.
say yes? Why would you say
And he's here say and Clay's like,
yes? And the
that's Clay's
epitome,
response. It's like, and then
yes, because it's just like, oh my god, this is
oh
what I'm
my
going
god,
to
is this
become.
Clay? Quiet, not talking.
Yeah, because I guess they don't really have like the close relationship.
Yeah, and he
So
said that this was the most his dad had poured into had a conversation. I'm like, damn,
you take him out on cheating expeditions and you don't even
damn.
talk to him. You don't even say, okay, this is wrong.
My parents be calling meeting on my head steady.
I was like, for me to say that my wedding day, that's what I'm like. My parents have been this. Thank God for my parents. They've poured a lot. In fact, sometimes I'm like, it's okay. They've poured
They were
a
flowing.
lot. It's over. As in, it's running over. I'm like,
Yeah,
so I appreciate
yeah.
that. I appreciate my parents. But yeah, what Daddy was saying, motivational mumbo jumbo. If you think you
Mm,
lose, you've lost. Something
mm-hmm.
before you. I was like, what are you saying, sir? Can you stop and get out of here? Like,
Yeah.
I can't deal. When this mom told her that, oh, she met Clay's mom, like, is she not solid? I said, stop it.
She is solid,
No,
wonderful
Clay's
person.
mom, see,
Yeah.
Clay's mom better than me. Let me just tell you that much. Because I may have slapped that.
It was just an awkward, yeah. But it
Clay's mom
was
is better
good.
than
I
me.
watched it with my sister and she was like, God, this conversation was we felt like we shouldn't have been there.
I'm glad we were
But
there.
we're glad for it, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm glad we were there.
yeah. Because many people couldn't there are so many things that you want to say about the dynamics that you couldn't explain. Right. For people that are not used to this like dynamic between father, son, estranged wife, estranged husband, seeing it play out the way it did, perfect. Like we learned
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
This season I would say was a season of learning a lot of things. A lot. Yeah.
for sure.
Which is why the season is better than last season. Because last season was just one we ended up with one couple, but like what did we learn? The
I
family
don't even
members were
remember.
hostile. Like
Oh my god, so they did not believe that Milton was ready. They said that this one a small boy. He's not ready.
yeah, like Milton's parents. Yeah. So, but this season we have parents that are like respecting their children's decisions. Even Clay's dad was not like
Yes.
don't marry her or anything like that. You
No,
know,
it was
like
just giving this
you
mumbo
know,
jumbo. I was like,
yeah,
sir, stop
respecting people's
talking.
decision. Yeah. So yeah, I big ups to this season first of all. Nice storytelling, nice like
Oh yes,
editing. I mean, I know
yes.
that they had to leave a lot of things on the block, but yeah, we see why they did when we finally
It's a
get to
lot.
that
Yeah, there's a
conversation.
lot of
But yeah,
content.
let's just go back to Chloe and his mom walking down there and having a
Okay,
conversation,
okay.
and him saying that let's talk about this whole mama's boy thing. And boys are always remembering their mothers as their mom. It's to me, it's like you're
I think he had to be
48.
a mama's boy. I think when he was younger, he was a mama's boy. I think she ensured
Mm,
that all her boys were mama's boys because of the way the daddy did
yeah,
her dirty. So
yeah.
she probably was a real like mother hen to them and stuff.
Yeah, but
They,
in a good
what they
way.
don't
I don't have
realize,
any
yeah,
argument.
no, in a good
Yeah.
way. But what they don't realize that okay, now you're grown. Like, can you
Can you
shift?
stop saying this? Like Dude, you're a grown man. He brought it up. Your mom did. She doesn't like when you say a mama's boy. You are expecting a mom that is like territorial over her son.
Hmm.
Would not like this daughter-in-law. Would not like anything. But Clay's mom comes and she's not that person that everybody was
Hmm.
expecting. She actually wants him
Hmm.
to get married. Go
She does.
away.
She's the one that even
You be
sent him
your
on
own
the show.
person. You know.
But
But yeah,
for
the
me, that
conversation they
was,
had before the
yeah.
altar was really good. And her telling him that look, when she walks down the altar, the way when you see her, there's a feeling that you're going to get. I love the advice. Like it was better advice than the dad's advice, obviously.
What was that
Obvious. And this is
advice?
good. This was
If you feel
a
like you lose, you've lost.
women's history month. It's very good. we, we got a good woman representing us out here. But yeah, the advice was really good, right? Um, and I don't think Clay listened because now you can see AD working at.
Like, listen clearly, listen. You don't like me, so it's not like, oh, I'm some kind of modesty police or whatever. But like, I mean, I've said this from big. I feel like she does a bit too much. I feel like she knows her body is banging, and she kind of counts on the body a little bit, not a little
Mhm.
bit. Like she kind of she how do I put this? Which is normal. I mean, I feel like sometimes I rely on my smile, but like she kind of counts on her body to get her 80% of the way to wherever she's going, right? So the dress that she wore, you know me, I didn't like it. The first dress, I prefer the first dress. It was nice how it was still figure hugging
Me
and
too. I
everything.
like the first
But
dress
it
too.
was
Yeah.
demure. This one, girl, your hoo-ha is almost out. Then your breasts are also out.
Everything is out.
Everything is out. My baby girl, you are precious. Cover up. But I mean, it is God. If God gave me this body, maybe I also maybe it's baby.
That's what I was about to say. That mirror, like, see, look, I know you. You'll be badly behaved. That's all.
I will be
That's all I'm
badly
gonna say.
behaved, but maybe I'll do to the knee slits, not to the not
You can't
upper
say, oh, you
thigh.
can't say, oh, modesty will be out the window for you. You can't say.
No, modesty, modesty will still be there a little bit, you know. But
Mm.
anyways, I'm not a hater. I love it. This body, the dress was
Mm-hmm.
nice, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
then when Clay saw her, now
Good.
some people had problem with this. Me, I didn't. When he said "okay, body," and some people were like, "Oh, that's that. How could he say that?" And I was
It's
like,
weird. I have to be real, really
"Why is it
honest with
weird?
you. Like, how
Why
can
is it
I
weird?"
get on the altar and the first thing my husband says, okay, but
Because that's what she showed him now.
no,
That's
we
what
are
she
in
showed
front of
him.
God.
So God is blind or what? God already saw the body now.
No, it's just weird. Like, I'm not. I know that it was a slip from his mind, like obviously, but
Yeah, now okay, buddy. Like that's why she wore that dress because she could have worn the other one that was nice, made her cry and everything, beautiful,
mm,
simple, classic, classy. But she chose to, and then you see all our bridesmaids too. Everybody was slitting to the marks and breasts. I was like,
yeah,
oh my
well,
god.
they are her
And
sisters,
they are
so
all bodacious. It's not like they're asking. They are all. I'm like, you all have
they're
a
all
lot of.
giving body.
They're all giving body. To be fair, they were all. That's why I was texting you that numbers will be exchanged at this. After this, whatever numbers will
If
be
they
exchanged.
actually had like a wedding party, yeah, it would have
It'll
been
be
fun.
worse. Yes. And anyways, okay. So at the altar, they are talking to each other. It is like, I mean, how you can get like, I'm like, for God's sakes, AD can't. What is this? Anyways,
She has like two different characters. One time she's like really like demure and classy lady. Another time she's like playful and
of course, I know what she meant.
yeah,
Obviously, I'm just saying,
yeah.
like,
So
girl, you are the altar. Comport yourself, as you said, you're in front of God.
well,
Comport
Clay
yourself.
didn't comport himself, so okay, buddy.
Anyways, yeah, get to the
We
decisions
need a
and
shirt that says okay, buddy.
I will wear that shit. All right, decision time. AD says unreservedly, with no concern, no hesitation,
Mm-hmm.
no question, no contingency. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
say sisterly.
Yeah.
Have we been in the same 6 weeks? Have 8 weeks?
No.
Have we been in the
You
same
guys
eight
you guys
weeks?
have been in the 1/8 of what they've been in. You watched 1/8.
Excuse me. Even you said this Clay was not available for the first how many weeks of the
Mm-hmm.
something.
No, I'm just saying that 1/8 is what we watched. So
And okay, but Clay said no, and then she was shocked. And I don't believe that she should have been shocked because I feel like first of all, for someone um like people are trying to get married, right? And even when she was not obviously not reporting him to his mom, but like basically saying that he's been unavailable and all those kinds of things, and him basically giving the excuse of oh him is working, she chose not to work during this experiment and on and on. And even like when she told her mom that oh she planned a date for him and he didn't show up, she hasn't seen him since yesterday and to me, once again, maybe me I'm too sensitive because if I plan this for you and you don't show up, that would at least give me pause like okay, what is going on? Like, is this person as serious about me as I am about him? And then also the fact that obviously we've established that he doesn't exhibit any cheating, any characteristics of a cheater, but the fact that he kept on trauma dumping, like throwing it on her face and throwing it not on her face in her lap that like, oh this happened, oh I'm just afraid, so afraid, cheating, 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 cheating. Now I want to hope that at some point she sat him down and said, okay, itemize your fears to me. Like give us
again,
a scenario.
again, you saying that is it's not her job. That's why he needs to be in therapy.
Oh, of course,
She's
that's my
like
point.
she's doing the fixie thing. You her doing the itemize this and that. That is what the therapist is supposed to be doing with
Of
him.
course, that's my
Like
point.
AD is
My point
supposed to
is all
be
those things are
enjoying
meant
the reward of the therapy. Oh,
good. Yeah,
okay.
get yeah, hitting my
Hence,
point.
hence why
Yeah, hitting my
in a
point for
different
me.
show, if they had longer time, it would be different. But yeah, let's just go to Clay. So
You're
Clay
hitting my
goes
point for
no.
me. That's my point. Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, you're hitting my point for me, right? So that's I feel like all these things should have kind of given her like indications that oh that's why I said that. That's why I emphasized how she said the yes. Like she had no reservations, no concerns, nothing. Everything was fine for you. That's to me she also needs therapy because I'm like girl something is not right. You also need therapy because you need to like yourself a little bit better. That's
Hmm.
like sorry, she also needs therapy
Yeah,
because yeah, what we could all see the red flags from a mile away from the pod. The red flags, oh, then I was like, "Ah, what? Anyways, yeah. So he's and then she's all like shocked and really wow, and she's like, "Really, Clay, you did this?" I was like, "Oh, she's so classy."
yeah. People that her leaving was very nice, graceful. No insults, no nothing, no.
Why didn't
If
they do?
anybody, yeah, and she walked away, and that was the moment. That walk away was
It's
10 out of
beautiful.
10. 10 out of 10
Yeah,
would
yeah.
approve.
No,
You gave
I
us an
approve of it.
iconic, like we have a new meme.
I approve
Perfect.
of it. I just wish
Perfect.
that they were
Now,
going to keep the children
now
elsewhere. Why
that's what
were
I'm
the
going to.
children?
Now,
Yeah.
the poor children seeing their auntie cry, that is too much. That is too much. That was too much.
And
I
also,
don't
she doesn't get to
know.
express herself like with all the. Even though I heard a curse word and the children were there, I'm like, why are you, whoever the mother of these children are, why are you
Yeah, this
exposing
is
your children to
not, that's her
this?
sister. And this is not on AD. AD is going
No,
through so
not
much.
AD. I'm saying this is the
I'm
mother
even
of the
surprised that
children.
she even like controlled herself that much in that moment. Those
Yeah,
poor children were standing there looking at, because that's someone that they love.
yeah. It's
And like
horrible.
children don't understand, like, and they see you cry and they're like, is there something I can do to help? Or sometimes like, is this something I did? Did I not pour the flowers well? Like, it's
Like,
just silly, but like the kids should have not been there to
I
witness
shouldn't
that.
have
Like
been there. Shouldn't have
someone
been
should have
there.
taken the kids away. Now
The
let's go
mom should have
to
taken the kids away.
yeah,
The mom of the kids are taking the kids away. So even if you want to come and be with AD, go and give them to their dad and say okay, or to someone else, and then come and be with AD. Like there was no need for them to see all that. Like I was like, this is very unnecessary.
yeah, or be with them. It's okay. She has two sisters and a mom, and her friends came, so there's no need. Like you can be with her later after the kids, after the wedding,
Also
whatever.
an option.
But
Also an
yeah,
option.
let's just go straight to
Good. So now Clay finally says why he said no. He said that number one, he asked himself, is he absolutely over like in love with her? And he said no, he's not. Which was why I was like, so why you always making it sound so it's almost like he was bearing the lead when he would say things like, "Oh, she's my best friend. Things with her and are amazing. Or she's just somebody that accepts me for me. Da 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 da. And then you just never say there's a silent but that he never says that. But I'm just not that in love with her. Which I'm just like I wish he had told her that, because maybe she would have, because maybe he, like you said, he talks a lot, so maybe he said a
Mm.
lot of things to reassure her. I hope I'm not having hit factor. He said a lot of things to reassure her, and then so maybe she never, like, there's no how for her to even have known that he was not that in love with her if he didn't say it, right? And then the finances thing, when he said, I was like, finances, where the hell did this come from? Like, we've never heard of finances for the past
Yeah.
11 episodes. Suddenly finances, I was like,
Yeah.
what? He said he doesn't understand our finances and he just didn't want to join finance. I'm like, you know what, fair, that one.
Fair.
Finances is fair because there was reference Amber and Barnett. Okay.
Yeah, and AD is no Amber, first of all.
It is, even though they are namesakes. But yeah,
Yeah.
AD is no Amber, but I am in support of, like, your finances having to be in order before you join them. So obviously when Clay said no, Clay didn't say, Clay said he wanted to, still, be together,
Yeah.
date, and all this kind of things, and
Mm.
figure stuff
And that's
out.
fine. I think that was
I think
perfectly
that was
fine. It's
fine.
sad that it
Yes.
had to happen the way it happened, but it's fine. Like they
I
shouldn't
think
have
that's
married.
fine.
All jokes
Yeah.
aside. But yeah, I want to get to Clay walking in to see AD.
Yes. And you thought that she was a finished one.
Yeah, she is. She's a finished woman. She's in love with that guy.
But I respect her for standing on business.
Yeah.
At least in this moment, if now they are together, I'm okay. But at least in that moment, she was like, "Nope, I told you that if you said no, that's it. So that's it." So
And
if
everybody was like,
he
so
chased
Clay is a can I have a hug guy?
that hug, though, I said,
That's when I knew she was a finished woman. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. My girl loves him so much.
No,
She
she loves.
loves
Oh, no,
him.
and she loves him. I know, like, it's very obvious and evident that she really loves Clay. So that's the
Mm.
thing. And enough, I never wrote that Clay is obviously in love with AD. I've never observed that, but I've observed that she's very in love with him. I wrote it somewhere, if not this week, last week.
To be honest, I do feel like this is one of the few couples that said no at the altar that could work after the altar. Because the other
Yeah.
couples, you couldn't really see it. You couldn't really feel it from
SK and
them. That they were,
Raven.
yeah, you couldn't feel it. But I do feel like this couple could actually make it work on like after the altar. If but one a couple things have to happen. Again, Clay has to go and do his
Therapy,
therapy and
intensive
everything.
therapy.
And
And
AD
AD
has to go
finances need to
focus on
be in
herself.
order. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Go focus on yourself and do your own thing, right? And then when time is right, we move. But I do think that if you do the work and do it the right way and everything, we might have our first Love is Blind couple that gets
Post.
married
Yeah.
after. Yeah, we might have our
Uh,
first. Yeah,
Yeah, first one, yeah.
we might.
Because I think it was you that sent it to me, that someone is saying that they explained that Clay and AD actually had conversation about finances, but it was cut from the show, and
Mm.
that, she says she's a realtor and that she does what do you call that thing?
She manages. She's a nightclub manager,
Yeah, but she
VIP
did not
section. Yeah.
the VIP section, yeah, and that apparently, the money was not, it's not like, because restaurants don't really pay super well,
It's okay.
but
She's gonna
they
get a
tip
lot
and
of
everything.
sorry, I'm moving out of frame. She's going to get a lot of endorsement. Like the money, the finance is not gonna be a question anymore. I see her her story. She's the perfect girl. She is the perfect girl for Fashion Nova to be a Fashion Nova influencer. Like I see it.
Oh yes, so no,
I
the
see
body
it.
is definitely perfect for
Yes, I
that.
see it. Trust me. Like she's good. She's good. She's good on this thing. I think to give an idea, I think since Love is Blind is so huge, I don't know, maybe like Mark or someone can like collaborate with the girlies and give each girl a lip gloss or a lipstick and do a collection. They could literally do a Love is Blind collection, like any makeup
Yeah,
brand out there.
Amy's own has to be eyeliner because this my girl has
Yeah,
one style
exactly.
of
Like
eyeliner.
there'll be names for it.
Yeah.
AD stuff, the all day thing. She needs to like market, like go straight into that. Like honestly, finance now. Even I even think AD is more marketable than Clay. Like
Mm.
she is, but a lot of people really like her. And every time
Yes, I
that they
like
do
her.
like a people or any
Paul.
kind of publication. It's always how they use. So money wise, that's why I said that they could be the first couple that actually works after the altar. If they, there's a lot of things that could go wrong if they don't follow the path size, like do the therapy,
Therapy.
both sides.
Yeah.
AD, getting your bag with the whole public whatever, all this.
Endorsements.
Yeah, exactly. From
Brand deals.
love is blind. Jesus, every time I say love is blind, Love Island wants to come out of my mouth. Yeah, so like
Yeah.
she has it, go for it. Like I don't think finance should be any a problem anymore, or any conversation
Yeah.
anymore. Like yeah, I and not to like jump into the future. Like they did drop like snippets of what the reunion was going to be like, and I did hear Clay say that he regrets saying no. Because the truth of the matter is, when you're in hindsight, like if you really did the therapy and everything, in hindsight, it looks like it would have worked. But it's okay. It probably wouldn't have, because if you had gotten married, you would
He
have
won't
probably
have
had
done
less
therapy.
incentive to actually go and do the
Yeah,
work
he
that you
won't
need
have.
to
Yeah,
do
he won't
because
have
you
done.
feel
Yep.
like you already have her. But I think
Yep.
that you guys today are in a better position to be married now than you were back
A
then.
year ago. Yeah.
And love is blind. Be nice. Let's have an after the altar wedding for them. Y'all pay for it.
Girl.
Pay for it. Pay for it. You can do it. You guys can afford
Oh no,
it. Pay
they
for it.
if oh no,
Give and record it
if
for
they want,
us.
they will do it. Oh, they'll
Give
do
us
it.
give us a special Clay and
They'll
AD
do
gets
it.
married. Give us a
If they
special. That would
do,
be
of
nice.
course they'll
Yeah,
do. They will.
that would be
They
nice. And then
will.
invite everybody from Love is Blind, like all the past contestants. Let them be part of the guests for the wedding. Do it the way the Bachelor does it when they do the
Yeah.
wedding special.
Oh no, they
Give
will
us
do it.
give
They
us a
will do
wedding
it. Of
special.
course.
We'll be first of all the wedding special. And then let people bring their new babies. By that time we'll have babies that are like already kind of being cute and walking around.
Working.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this, everybody. I've
Anyways,
somebody send me a check. I just produced you guys a
let's
show.
come back to reality.
Somebody.
Let's come back to reality, please.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that sad moment and the poignant thing that AD said that I feel like a lot of girls can resonate with when she said she felt like a
Mm,
sacrifice that he
yeah.
needed because like, and someone pointed out that every time Clay references AD, he's always referencing her in what in how to say in reference. Basically, he always talks about what she does for him. What he likes about
Mm,
her is what she does for him, or and those kind of things. And yes, obviously, at the end of the day, nobody is perfectly healed. Everybody's still going to have issues. Yes, we still appreciate people for accepting us for who we are, for loving us where we are, and all those kind of things. And but like when it's just like, especially in her case, I guess she really feels like, oh my god, this guy just he used me to realize that he wasn't ready for marriage. Because
mm,
before this, he seemed like he was ready for marriage, but like through this process and being with her, and like, I mean, obviously she was doing all the wifely duties, and I mean, I'm gonna say all. She did all the wifely duties and everything, and she was just that good listener, best friend, all the lovely things that guys will tell you. And after everything, it's just like, oh yeah, it's not enough. And then and then obviously, unfortunately, she internalizes those things, and she starts saying that, oh, she never gets picked, and I'm like, girl, it's their loss. I can't remember, one of her sisters or friends was saying it that like, nah, don't even think about it like that. But I understand that in that moment she's in pain and she wants to think about it like that. But I was like, nah,
mm-hmm.
don't think about it like that. Because even Clay, like, honestly speaking, this is like, I am with you. This is the only couple that said no. That I'm like, yeah, you guys should actually date, because that hard timeline is a good timeline. But for you,
Mm-hmm.
for Clay, it's not gonna work. Clay
Yeah.
has the potential, but like he's not there yet. And I like Clay because Clay is very honest for the most part, because I feel like he never told her that he wasn't that in love with her. I don't think he ever told her that. But I feel like Clay is honest with his about his flaws. I think he's very open to learn. He's open to change. I hope so, because it's one thing to just be so aware of your problems, so that another thing to actually want to change them. So I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that it was like the way he was portraying himself. Anyways, I
Mm-hmm.
liked, I appreciated him, and I am with you. They should date, and if they marry, Netflix, yeah, cover
Yeah,
half the
yeah.
bill.
Do it. So yeah,
Yeah,
let's end on Clay's mom and dad their conversation. Let's end on that.
yeah, clear and remember that conversation. Yes. So I found that conversation to be very interesting because I loved how she held the dad accountable for, I know the dad, I can't remember whether I was here or earlier that he mentioned that his dad wasn't also around So it's just like a generational problem that passing from,
Mm, yeah, the dad
and that,
said that, and that's his
yes,
own
and
excuse. When mom
yeah, that's
said
an excuse.
apologize, he's like, yeah, but my
Yeah,
grandfather.
yeah, my daddy wasn't around. I'm like, hey, daddies be breaking people's hearts since
Mm,
1900, man.
yeah,
So, and it's like, obviously, I can't blame him. Then therapy wasn't as popular and
mm,
widely
mm,
accepted as it is now. So,
mm.
definitely he didn't go to therapy. I never think she suggested therapy to him either. And those were the days that you just pick yourself up by your bootstraps and just
And just keep
figure shit
going, keep
out.
moving, keep pushing.
Yeah,
If I provide
yeah.
money, it's good enough. Don't need to
Yeah,
provide
but even
anything
even
else.
yeah, sometimes like even for her, because I feel like she also kind of exhibits the way I'm seeing her. I feel like she's also like AD, where she would just like she's a fix a hole. She's like, oh yeah,
Mm.
he have problems, but like I can handle the problems. Come to me, I will shoulder everything, and it's like nah, we don't shoulder things like that here. Let them go and solve their problems. But I love how she held him up, trying to, run away and be like, she was like, nah. And they said that she found out new things. They said that party. It almost looked like she was like, if there was no camera here, I stabbed you. Because I can just imagine that even though they've been divorced for years, especially because she's seen the impact of it on her child, it makes it worse. If there was no impact, I feel like she would have been like, whatever, you're a piece of shit, whatever. But it's just like, you need to take accountability for, like, look at what you have done to this boy, because obviously the woman knows AD and she knows that AD is a good woman, so she's like, this guy may have fumbled like his chance at a good relationship, and then the dad said, oh, the trying to, I don't know what was trying to do, trying to placate her.
Yeah. It was like, oh,
So
all Clay needs to find is a good one. It's
a
like,
woman like you,
oh,
yeah,
not a good
she was like,
woman.
and see what he did with it. I was like, oh yes, mommy, yes, mommy.
Yeah.
Yes, mommy Clay. Yes, mommy Clay.
No, I feel like you summed it up perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, as they say.
I
But
feel
yeah,
like I have an issue with Clay's role models though. When he mentioned them,
ooh,
his dad,
yeah,
Diddy, Will
PDD.
Smith. I was like,
Come on, these people are in problematic. These people don't have one of them never got married to any of his baby mamas. The other one, I don't even know. Like we don't
they
understand the marriage. So yeah,
into
he
their
needs he
marriage.
needs he needs better role models.
Yes, because I was going to say, like, I'm like, fine, I understand that sometimes you have role models in your life, like you have people that, but I mean, at some point, right, he needs to take accountability. Like, all this is, oh, I'm afraid of it, whatever. He needs to take accountability, because I wish they had mentioned, or they had showed the conversation, because I'm going to believe that one of the girls, well, maybe he didn't start bringing up that certain things until after, or I hope that at some point AD had asked him that. So did you ever have you ever cheated? And I hope that they would have showed it to us if she actually ever had a conversation with him. Because I feel like it would have been an aha moment for him that, oh, wait, I've never cheated actually. So, like, what
Well,
am
in
I
this
panicking
process, he
about?
didn't. So
But okay,
triangles, it wasn't.
in the past, maybe, I don't know, because I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Like, I find that weird.
it's
So,
just
but
that that was just odd from his part, but it's okay.
yeah,
We understand
like,
now. We've seen everything, and we really truly hope the best for him and
yeah,
AD and all that. Like, hopefully, we'll see how things pan out. We'll learn more things in the
at
reunion.
the reunion, it looks
Yeah.
like the reunion. It looks like they were asking good questions. I said, good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Better, because I don't
So
want any vanilla. I love vanilla, but I don't want any vanilla reunion. I need
yeah.
spicy. Rodo,
Yeah.
it's a Rodo reunion.
Okay. Cool.
Pepper, that
Calm
was I
down.
mean pepper.
Same matter.
And then the
But yeah.
spicy. Sounds like
Yeah.
going to go ooh. And my final thoughts on this whole season
Mm-hmm.
are I feel like for Clay, it really is, if you're not ready for marriage, don't come on the show. Like, I just
Yeah.
feel like you need, that's something that
Mm.
he needs to have figured out. And also for me, once somebody says, oh, my mother said, my father said, I feel like automatically they should be disqualified, because it means that they are not ready. The times I've seen this happen, both in married and first sight and here, the person was not ready. So I don't see the point in taking them further. Like Clay, glad to have met him and all, but like, once again, he needs help. He doesn't need to be on the show. And that vetting and psychological, whatever they do, Jeremy needs to come and tell us more about that, because I'm not sure about this.
Yeah,
AD, I think
and
AD needs to move according to the science she's seeing. She cannot just be, you know, like, oh, laddie that land, oh, I've chosen you, I don't care what you show me, this is my the hill, I'll die here. Like, come on. God has given us free will, exercise it. Like, Learn from Johnny and Amy. Learn from Johnny and Amy. I feel like trying to figure out what makes couples work in Love Is Blind, and I think it is a level of maturity, and I think it's a level of maturity, and like they are healthy. For the most part, they are healthy. When I say healthy, I don't mean physically. I mean like emotionally,
Individually.
mentally. Yes, they are healthy. Like they can have conversations, and it's not going to break them. They can be
Mm-hmm.
as honest and as real, and everything is still good, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't have any like big insecurity that if you just mistakenly say A, you have touched it. Like, and they're also good, like they are well rounded, like financially they're okay. Everything is like all the boxes are checked. So I'm like, okay, so you people know the formula. Find 15 of these kind of people. Just find them. Or 30 rather, 15. Find 30 of this
Yeah,
kind of
and then
people.
you guys will be there skipping through.
Skipping through. No, I didn't skip. But someone made a very good point that at the end of the day, Amy and Johnny, ended up together, and the people that the producers, you wanted us to root for them, but you didn't show us enough of
Yeah,
them.
but you guys were bored when they were showing you. You guys were saying it was okay, it's
No,
good.
no, no.
People were literally saying they skipped through the wedding.
No, well, I was bored of Jimmy and Chelsea from the beginning. I was complaining about them because
But then they
I was
got
like, you are
interested.
trying to. No, I was bored of them from the fighting. I was like, why do you keep on showing? I was like, you guys are trying to make them the start of the show, and I'm not for it because after that Megan Fox thing, I was like, oh please, this one now pick me. I cannot deal, and I cannot abide it. Pick me. So I was just like, oh please. Oh, that
Yeah.
does remind me of Sarah that session they pick me. I said, please, girl, stop it.
Yeah.
Girl, stop. Anyways,
Mhm.
predictions for the reunion: Amy and Johnny,
Obviously, they're still together.
AD and Clay,
Well, I think cat's out of the bag that they're still together.
Jimmy and Chelsea,
Also, suspiciously, still together, apparently. That
Jeremy
one
and
should,
Sarah.
that was just wrong.
That was wrong.
That one, too,
Jeremy and
like, also, apparently, she's still with him or
oh,
something.
Sarah
Yeah.
Ann.
Yeah, because they were saying she was making her TikTok videos from his house.
Yeah, they say she thinks she's slick. Sarah Ann is just, I hate when people think they are smart and they're actually very dumb. It's just like, stop
Mm.
it. Laura, what do you think? Do you think Laura
Laura
is
is
still
living her best
single?
life and I should just do you,
She's
boo.
single. Okay.
Yeah.
Jessica.
I don't know if she's single. I'm just saying she's living her best life, so
Oh yeah, no,
couldn't.
Laura. Yeah. Jessica.
Jessica also living her best life. I think they said she's dating someone.
Oh, somebody that I don't approve of. As a
Yeah.
mother, you should not be dating someone. You should not be dating Harry. I'm sorry. Harry is like if
Yeah.
if if you
Oh my
if you
God,
want
I
to
opened
play.
another kind of word. Where I was going to go on for another 10 minutes.
No, no, no. I'm not. I'm actually almost done. But like, no. All I'll say about that is like, no, 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 no. I don't approve. I don't
You
approve.
do not
I
approve
do
for that.
not approve. Okay,
Yeah.
Kenneth. What do you
Whatever it
think,
is.
Kenneth?
I don't
You
care.
don't care. Brittany.
Yeah, I'm sure she's fine too.
Finally, Trevor.
Nobody cares.
I'm glad they brought him to the reunion though, because yes, he has some explaining to do.
Yeah, he does, but
Yeah, and I think Brittany needs to get out of the sunken place. I don't know. She needs to start
yeah.
speaking her truth. She's too
Yeah.
cheaper for my
Let's see.
liking.
Let's see what happens.
Yes, let's see. All
Yeah.
right.
Well, we'll
This
be
was
back to talk about the reunion.
yes.
All right, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe as per usual.
Yes, share to people. Discuss. The question is, do you think that Clay should have said yes at the altar?
Okay, yes.
And then
Yes.
give your
Or
reasons.
or do you think that Clay and AD would work like
Yeah.
after the fact?
Now, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.